Hey guys, what's going on? Hope all is well. Let me know you're here. We'll be getting started shortly. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. Please bear with me. We'll start very shortly. We will start shortly. If you're here, shout out in the chat. Vote in the poll. Let me know you're here. Looking forward to seeing you in the class. We will be starting shortly. We'll be starting shortly. Hi guys, hello, welcome. I don't know if you guys can hear me. If you can't, please say something. Let's leave the Zoom. Speak. Turn on. Alright, hello guys. Hello. What's going on? Can you guys hear me? Please give me a yes or no. A simple yes or no. I don't need an essay. You can or can't hear me. There'll be a Y or N. I don't need a poem. Yes or no. Okay, 1 2 1 2. Leave and come back and speak. All right. Can you guys hear me now? Thank you. Okay, perfect. All right. We're going to get right into it, guys. First, if you guys have to leave early or if you're coming late, I have a link for you guys. This is live, so you can watch this live later or now or never. It doesn't matter. This is going to be a stage class. You guys will be able to come up on stage, but I suggest you pay attention to what we're going to talk about, because you're going to come up and then you're going to you're going to be really embarrassed because you weren't paying attention. So I highly recommend that you guys are paying attention to what we're going to discuss. So that is my recommendation on today's class today. So I hope that makes sense. Let me see if I can just copy a little bit here. This is kind of what was created to simplify everything. There we go. Oh, ignore the beginning part, guys. Hold on. Ignore this part right here. There we go. All right. So, work-life balance is what we're going to discuss tonight. Work-life balance is what we're going to discuss tonight. Let me do a quick tag. We have this. And hold on 1 second, guys. I need to share this and edit class. Oh, English classes, my bad. English classes, and then class stage. There we go. All right. I think I am good where I'm at now. So let's go back here. All right, everyone. Welcome to my class tonight. I'm starting a bit earlier than I had said in my post because I don't have a class tonight. So I'm making room for a short class now. So the topic today is about work-life balance. I'll present some question. I'll present a question. You guys can come up and discuss the question at hand. So I'm going to also do something so you guys can actually see. I can hear any chats I miss in YouTube by enabling speech chat. Hopefully we don't have dumb asses doing things that shouldn't be done. Anywho, okay, so I think I got everything I wanted to say out of the road. Are you guys ready to get started? I'm gonna enable the stage and start with the first question, and then you guys will have an opportunity to come up on stage, or I'll just read your answers. This is a class participation class. This is not a lecture per se. This is a class participation class. A class participation class. A class to participate in. Okay? So, let's see here. Am I missing anything?
Welcome to my channel. Own 3D.
Oh.
Welcome to my channel.
A little delayed.
Stream
whatever.
Elements. Welcome to my channel. Kofa Ambit. Welcome to my channel.
There we go. So, 1 second here, guys. I want it to. There we go. I like that. Instead. Guys, can you guys hear me? I feel like I'm just talking to myself. Like, I've been talking for like 5 minutes and like nobody said anything. Like, seriously, guys. Are you here just to stare or are you here to learn? Yeah, I know you guys hear me. But like, the fact that you guys are just like zombies. It's just funny. I'm trying to make it so you guys can see the let's see here. Okay. All right. So, first question, guys. The first question. Because again, we're having a discussion on finding a balance between life and work. And I think everybody struggles with that balance. So, in my question to you guys is, when I jot these down for you guys to look at, because you guys are too lazy to write it down, so I'll paste it for you. Oh my gosh, where are you? There we go. So first question, guys, is, no, my God, it's not gonna let me copy the text. Are you kidding me? What does work-life balance mean to you? What does work-life balance mean to you? Work-life balance mean to you? What does it mean to you? And then I have some follow-ups to that. Or you can answer that one in general. Okay, I don't know. You guys are gonna have to live with the picture. I don't know. I can't copy the text, but someone else can. Well, let me finish, Max. Let me finish, Max. Don't get your panties in a wad. All right. Do you think most people struggle to balance work and personal life, and why? And then how do you personally try to create balance in your daily routine? Now, let me try to jot these questions down because I cannot copy the questions correctly and no one wants to type for me because you guys don't know how to type, which is okay. So let me actually copy and paste those questions for you guys. Okay? Unless you guys want to type for me. No one's going to type for me. So I don't expect it. Don't expect it at all. So one more time, guys. What does work-life balance mean to you? Do you think most people struggle to balance work and personal life? Why? And how do you personally try to create balance in your daily routine? I'm going to officially open the stage. Thank you, Jaden. You're awesome, man. I appreciate you. All right, and then I'm gonna copy the rest of the questions so you guys see that. So stage is officially open now. So let's see if I can find my notes for the. I have it in a PPT, but for some reason, it is being stupid. It's not letting me copy and paste. Here we go. Okay. So stage is open. Stage is open, Max. But Max left. So Max doesn't want to answer. Tomato, you have the stage.
Hello.
What's up, Tomato?
Okay. So, work-life, what work-life balance mean to me is we every day we have to live, right? We want to enjoy ourselves, but we cannot enjoy ourselves without contribute to society. So work-life balance means that we try to maximize our enjoyment with some kind of to contribute some community. So it's like, so that's what I think.
Okay. So do you think most people struggle to balance work and personal life?
Yeah, yes, because we didn't teach us to balance it, and we didn't know how much is personal enjoyment is over than work, right? We often teach our youth that we should investment a lot, right? We have to buy in that fund to compound the money, but we didn't teach a lot what when we get that money where we will spend it.
Okay.
So I get is many platforms will have problem with that.
So what do you do personally to try to create that balance in your daily routine?
I think currently I don't have any balance. Currently I just study and don't
Okay.
have
But
social time.
you know, there's a saying, is practice what you preach, right? So I guess my question is this. It's, so what, even though you study, I'm sure there are things you practice to give yourself that personal life-work balance or life-study balance. So how do you, when you try, how do you personally try to create that balance?
If I try, I think I will start with try to live more routinely.
Mm-hmm.
So I will have some schedule, and I will try to exercise more. Try to take some time from study to exercise more, and try to talk to my family more. That's
Okay.
it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for sharing, Tomato. I appreciate it. First one to come up. I applaud you, man. Good job. Um, since no the hands are up, I'm going to move on to the second question. And Tomato, if you're up, you're the only one up. You get to speak. It's like you have your own personal VIP class. Uh, so yeah, hang on stage, and no one else comes up. That's on them. That's their fault. Otherwise, it's like your personal class, basically. All right, question 2, guys. Really quickly, I wanted to say something that Andrew said before I move on to the second question. Tips for better work-life balance. I think you're probably getting this from ChatGPT. Set boundaries. Clearly define work hours and stick to them. Prioritize tasks. Focus on essential tasks and delegate when possible. Take breaks. Regular breaks boost mental clarity and productivity. Unplug after hours. Disconnect from work emails and calls during personal time. Practice self-care. So exercise, rest, and engage in activities that recharge you. So again, guys, this is open to anyone that wants to come up on stage that is paying attention. The second question I have for you is, well, the way it's working, guys, as you can see, the way the format is, it's like there's like a main question, and there's like 2 follow-ups that kind of relate to the main question. So next question, guys, is why is work-life balance important for our health and happiness? So why is work-life balance important for our health and happiness? And then what are some signs that someone is overworked? And then how can people set boundaries between work and personal life? So Tomato, I want to oh, he left. But I want to kind of explain the third part. Like a lot of this stuff is just like your general opinion. So like there's like no wrong or right answer. So when we say how can people set boundaries, it's generally speaking, like in your opinion. It's okay. Tomato, you want to come back up? It's up to you. Yep. Anyone else want to come? Jaden, are you busy? I'll bring you up as well. Anybody? Max, I know you had your hand. You wanted to have your hand up. Vitali, okay, Vitali. So hold your thought, Tomato. I'll have Vitali, speak his or her mind, his mind. All right. Go ahead, sir. So one more time. Why is work-life balance important for our health and happiness? What are some signs that someone is overworked? So that question is just generally speaking, like in your opinion. Like there's no wrong or right answer. How can people set boundaries between work and personal life? Again, it's generally speaking. There's no wrong or right answer. So go for it. Let me hear your 2 cents.
All right. I just happened to be here and
Yeah, likewise.
you talking, and actually I cannot you know work my brain out of this.
Go for it. Give it a shot. There's no wrong or right answer, and no one else is crawling up on stage, so you kind of have the floor. Like I was joking with Tomato. It's like, think of this as your personal class because, you know, 14 others don't want to come up.
They want 1v1. Okay.
Pretty much, yeah. No one else wants that attention, and I get messages, teacher, I need help, and they don't even bother to come up on stage. So let's walk you through it. All right.
That's the big thing though, because if you want help, you need help. You need to help yourself first.
Sure. There's a saying. You've heard the saying. You can lead a horse to water, but you cannot force it to drink it, right? Or I might be getting the quote wrong. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't force him to drink it, right? So, anyways, Mr. Biddley, so what's your 2 cents? I mean, I can give my 2 cents as well, but I don't want to influence. I don't want to influence you on my perception. So, in your opinion, why is work-life balance important for our health and happiness?
Um, well, in general, people would say it's important, and I would agree with that. Um, and seriously, I don't really know why it is important. It's just important. That's it. Because, well, basically, if you just work and you have no life, and you're just gonna be a boring person. That's it. And you're just gonna be boring. You have to stay all day in the um, at home, or at bureau office, etc. And you get to go to the gym. You don't go to bars, and people are not just like working machines. So they need some energy, and they need to get it outside. That's when life brings you the energy. You may argue with me that work brings you energy. It's partly true, and I would not argue on that. But I have to say something about work. If you consider work is like your daily basis, then you cannot argue that your work is your life. You have to do something interesting during your work, right? To make it interesting. So basically, if you consider your work in your life in the same, it's not a problem if you make your work like interesting, and you can like multitask. You can work and also chat with your friend, or also do your games. Well, if your boss allows it, of course. So yeah,
It's just important because without work-life balance, you just lack the energy to do anything efficiently.
Mm-hmm. I want to add something from what you're saying. I think, and maybe you didn't think of this word, but maybe the audience would agree too, is having a work-life balance humanizes you. It makes you human. We're not robots, we're not a machine. And as you know, we lose energy during the day. That's why we have to sleep, we recharge, and we regenerate, right? And we have to do that on a daily basis, whereas machines are continuously plugged in and they can continue to do their job they got to do. So, yeah, I see that. So, I mean, maybe you've seen this yourself, Vitaly. Have you, what do you think some signs are that someone is overworked? So, and again, it's generally like there's no right answer. So, what are some signs that someone is overworked?
There are obvious signs and there are not so obvious signs. So only yes, let's talk about the obvious signs first. If you see a person is fatigued, like his or her eyes just look like pandas, um, and their skin gets paler, and they look like a zombie wearing a suit. That is those are the obvious signs. I cannot think of any other obvious signs, but there are more
Fatigue.
to tell. Yeah,
I mean,
and his yes, and his efficiency at work is the most important. Is that he cannot work well, he cannot communicate with others, and mm, maybe he gets the job done, but that job is just not perfect. It's not inspirational at all.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, those are the yeah I'm talking about the not so obvious signs. But there
Yeah.
are others. Like sometimes a person can do work well, but like maybe that time he's just high on adrenaline because it takes a lot of espresso or maybe dope. Who knows? But yeah, I just think that he is maybe you think that sometimes we feel guilty because we didn't do something right, isn't it? And if you have ever like changed your jobs, like many youngsters do, that you will understand this feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're loyal to a job, that's a good trait. But if you change your job very often, it pretty much seems like you're how to say, okay, I'm getting a little off topic, but anyways, you this non-obvious signs I want to say is that um, well you cannot balance the work and the life. Sometimes you just think that, oh, I have to work this much, I have to work like 100% of myself. Like, sometimes you just everything is tiring. I don't want to do it. You don't. Those things don't come to mind as in the form of work. Like you don't obviously think that I don't want to work, but it's more like a feeling that it's unspoken in your mind, and it's like you just kind of let it all subconsciously yeah, and then you go to be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's your lifestyle, but it doesn't seem to be good either. So yeah, those are the not so obvious signs, and I think that a lot of people here would feel that way also.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Definitely. All right, I'm gonna make this one like a short 10-second answer here. So I challenge you here. 3 boundaries they can set for work and personal life.
To set boundaries between work and personal.
Yes. Just give me 3. Just list 3. You don't have to explain. Just what are for example, sleep, friendships, relationships. I mean, that's what I mean. Like one word answer. That's all I was getting at. Just so we can go to the third question. So, like, and just on Tomato, you can shout in as well. Like, I think friendship. I think personal relationships. Your family. Whether it be your immediate, like your brother, sisters, mother, father, whatever, or your actual relationship, your actual family with your kids, your friendships, your work relationships, I guess you can say. I think boundaries between work, as they said, shut off your work stuff, unless like it's in your contract. I'm gonna tell you something really quick. I don't know why this guy did it, but he just does it. I live in Vietnam, by the way. I don't know if I really introduced myself a lot at the beginning, but short and sweet, I live in Vietnam, so I have internet, right? I was due to owe internet payment. It was like 9. It was like, I don't know, 7, 8 o'clock, and I thought, okay, maybe he's in the office, whatever. He sends me a message. I'm a night owl, so it didn't really matter. At 11 o'clock, and because I was asking him for the code to make a payment, and he sent me a message at 11. I'm like, damn, dude. I said, do you work at the office late? He's like, no, I just do work at home and I don't get paid. I go, really? Like, that guy's like truly dedicated. He does internet, I guess, and he does it off the clock. I mean, maybe it's easy to him. I mean, he just pastes the code that is given to him. But, I mean, the fact that he's taking his work home, just goes to show you how some people take work over life, and that's what kind of makes them, they mold themselves into this work environment where your good buddy says, hey, let's go have drinks tonight, and you're like, no, I got this report I gotta finish. Well, why can't you do it at work? Because I won't have time to do it at work. It's like, what? So, yeah. All right, those are the audience, Andrew, Braham, Chinese name I cannot pronounce, Kareem, Katie. Here is the next question, guys. And Tomato and Vitaly, it's like your personal 2-to-1 class. Does technology make work-life balance easier or harder? How has remote work or being consistently connected changed our daily lives? I got my 2 cents there. Do you think people should turn off their phones after work hours? Why or why not? I would say definitely yes, but I'm a hypocrite because I don't do it. Because you'll be able to have a life if you turn off your work life. So, all right. Tomato, you want to?
I think no.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't think you're being a hypocrite there.
No, I mean, I'm saying I'm making a joke against myself. I'm being a hypocrite. I'm saying yes, definitely people should turn off their phones after work. But I'm a hypocrite, meaning I don't do it. I don't practice what I preach. I'm making it.
I know.
But that is the definition of a hypocrite. You know?
Oh yeah, okay.
That's what I
I
mean.
get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Okay. Because that's what if you say to your buddy, okay, let's say your buddy wants to stop smoking cigarettes, and you say you want to stop smoking cigarettes too, but you're sitting there smoking a cigarette, and you say you're gonna quit smoking, but you're smoking a cigarette. You're a hypocrite because you're not practicing what you're trying to preach. I'm gonna stop smoking, but you're still smoking. It's like, well then, stop smoking or stop drinking or eating junk food or whatever, you know. So anyways, Tomato, I want to give you the seat here. Vitaly, hang tight. Let's let Tomato chime in. And anyone else that wants to come up, stage is open. And Vitaly, let's just hope no one else comes up, because if they don't come up, you get the shot again. So Tomato, you get the floor. Does technology make work-life balance easier or harder? And how has remote work or being consistently connected changed our daily lives? And guys in the chat want to just type it up, can? And do you think people should turn off their phones after work hours? Why or why not? So, Tomato?
I think technology doesn't change work-life balance easier or harder. I think because or we have technology to make it easier to work, right? So I do think it will make a work-life balance better, but it also make a manager or CEO easy to control, like monitor like CCTV, or have to check in so they know which tab they know. And I heard that they even check keyboard clicking or something like that. So that is more controlling, but they also make it easier. So I think it cancel it out. And about how has remote work or because in connections our daily lives, I think it changed a lot. Like before COVID, my mom usually have to go to work at the office, right? And that has some cost to transport cost to our budget too. And but in office, she usually talk with her friends, so that is us. But when you stay from home, it's harder to talk with each other, and it's harder to understand with our face now. And the last one, do you think you should turn off their phone after work hour? I don't think so. I mean, in phone we have a lot of application, right? We can turn on the phone for many things. For entertainment, for education, we can saw some drawing tutorial, or maybe we just want to chat each other. I don't think phone is different from books or TV.
Okay, Tomato, let me tweak the question a bit. My interpretation was work phone, not like our general phone. So if that helps change your answer a bit, that's my interpretation of it, because it has to do with work-life balance. So, should people turn off their phones? It means like their phones off from work, like not allowing their boss to call or coworkers to ask you questions, or if you're in charge of a project that you have employees calling you when you're at home with your family. That's what I mean. Um, because it has to do with work life. I'm gonna tweak that question a bit. So the question is, your work phone or the work part of your phone. Of course, we want to go on our phones and we want to go to Facebook and YouTube and watch movies and all. Of course, we can have our phones off, but like, as far as like turning off the work of our phone. So if work is calling, if anything work related should be turned off. That's the question. Okay, go ahead.
I mean, it would be a better if we could just turn off the phone and we don't have to care about work anymore, right? But
that's what it's asking. Should people do that if they want to balance it? You know, they want to balance their life and work life. Should their work phone be turned off?
I think they should turn off if they care about work-life balance, because if you have to get interrupted every time you want to enjoy, you will feel bad, right? But I don't think they have to, have some routine people that have some kind of flexible time. So because there is some kind of emergency, always some emergency. But I think there should be change every people, everyone get a chance just for a day, something. I think that will be better for business and personal too.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. Vitaly, it's your chance to chime on in before we move on to the next question.
I'm just answering this question. I think he did it for me.
Huh?
I don't know what to say.
There's a saying, took the words out of your mouth. There's a saying, it was, took the words out of... I think Tomato like nailed it. Like, he really did. You did it really good. Yes, of course. There's a hand. Use it. If you don't know how, ask ChatGPT how to do it, and they'll tell you how to raise your hand on Discord or contact support. Sorry.
I think I'll just let a Robin or whatever his pronunciation is and just finish it for me.
Robin isn't even raising his hand. So you got the floor. Never mind. I spoke too soon. Okay. Hopefully I wonder if he's paying attention. Robin, hello. How's it going, man?
I'm fine.
Awesome. All right. So did you hear the question? Do you understand the question?
Question is about the. Let me read it again. Is how.
Yeah, let me ask. I'll say it again. So because you might be not scrolling all the way down. So the question is: does technology make work-life balance easier or harder? How has remote work or being constantly connected changed our daily lives? And do you think people should turn off their phones after work hours? Why or why not? So it's kind of like a 3-in-1 question. So you can start from the beginning and then move your way towards the end. So you got the floor.
Okay, so I think, thank you. Being constantly connected to is yes, of course, because back in the day when the connection constant like today, like nowadays, I think we could only communicate constantly from talking over, like maybe when there's when internet is not really widespread. So I think because we are constantly connected, so we sometimes talk maybe it is extended to midnight or 2 p.m. So yes, I think it there's a way that makes our lives hard. So the next one is, do you think people should turn off for
So I want to elaborate that question really quick, Mr.
like
I want to.
maybe
Sorry, Mr. Robin. I want to elaborate the question a little bit. So I'm specifically taking it in as like your work part of the phone, like the inability to like be able to receive work stuff on your phone, like Facebook, YouTube. Like Tomato was saying, no, because we want to go on YouTube and Facebook and stuff. So that part of the question is work related issues. Should that part of the phone be turned off?
yeah.
Okay. So
I mean, for the personal phone, I don't think, me personally, I think I cannot turn off my phone.
I'm not asking about you, sir. I'm not asking about you. I said, should people in general, should people in general, I know you can't, I can't, I'm a hypocrite. But I'm asking, should people, if they're trying to have that work-life balance, Mr. Robin, should people turn off their phones?
Yeah.
Okay, and why
Yeah,
should
I think,
they?
you should for the work-life balance. Yeah, because we have spent third time of our day for doing work, and why should we spend another third time our life? I mean, for the work-life balance, I think we separate it into three parts, like for work, for life, and for sleep. So if we like extend another third part of our day for another work, I think it's not very good for the work-life balance.
Okay, thank you for
I
that.
think that's it for me.
Yeah, you, I mean, you, I think you're speaking for Italy and Tomato. I can't see any disagreement here. Like I personally, like I was mentioning, I don't know if you came in, if you listened to what I was saying, but I was saying that I'm a hypocrite. I think people should turn off their phones, but I don't. You know, I always have. I actually, well, I do and I don't. Like on Sundays, it's my class day off. Well, actually, I'm a hypocrite there too, but like on Sundays, I don't do classes because that's the only day that hadn't been booked. So I took advantage and said, okay, Sundays, I don't book classes, so I want one day off at least, right? Ideally, I want 2 days, but I can't afford that. So I block out Sunday. It just happens to be Sunday the day it gets blocked out. If it was a Monday or Tuesday, I'd block that one out too. But it just happens to be on a Sunday. So, but I still will do something work related. You know, whether I'm networking with families at the park with their kids, or I'm holding an open class to recruit people to be in my VIP classes, or if I'm answering questions to parents that have with their child's schoolwork, you know, can you look at her paper? And I'll do that too. So I feel like I'm a hypocrite. I take my day off, but I still find myself working. You know, like this Sunday, I'm going to be going to a family's area, they're in a different city from where I live. It's about an hour and a half by bus. And I'm going to be holding a meetup for that community. So, but at the same time, it gets me out, kind of gets me outside, and it gets me active, gets me known more. Because eventually, I want to fill out my schedule. I want to say, hey, I'm full. I am sorry I can't take you as a student anymore. You know, like, yeah, so that's my 2 cents. I'm going to go with one last question, guys, and I'm going to kind of cheat here. I'm going to choose my last question. I had 6 set up, but I want to see. Let me see which one I like. Okay, I'm going to go with the last one here. This is the last one. And I'm going to just summarize. The 3 of you who are up right now have the floor unless someone else comes up. So I don't think I'm going to actually accept any new hands, actually. So give me a second here. Let me disable that. So guys, don't disconnect. All right. So the last question for the 3 that are up here and maybe about 2 minutes each to answer, give or take, because I want to end soon. The final question here, and there's other questions I would have had, but we ran out of time. What advice would you give to someone? Again, this is your personal advice. But what would you say? What is your advice? Okay. What advice would you give someone struggling with work-life balance? What is one small change? I have a funny question. I'm sorry. What is one small change that can make a big difference? And if you could design your ideal work schedule, what would it look like? This is going to be a fun one. All right. Vitaly, you got the floor. I'm going to let you go first.
I'll be on the floor.
It's an expression like you have the floor, like you get to speak first. Sorry, I get too into the idiomatic expressions. Oh yeah, so.
Because that's the first slang idiom that I heard from.
But but you can hear how you can guess what it means, right? You got the floor, like you can speak.
I get from the context.
Yeah, exactly. You can a lot of idiomatic expressions. You can they're not really idiomatic. They're more like I don't know. I guess it is an idiomatic expression. But in the context, you got okay, cool.
That comes out of me. Because I think that my friend doesn't say that so often.
Yeah.
I mean, he said a lot of other things, but not specifically.
Yeah. All right. So, what's your 2 cents?
My advice. What advice would I give when I cannot do according to my own advice? That's the thing.
Well, think of a friend. I mean, real or fiction. Like real or fiction. Yeah, and you can fake it to make it. It's not like I'm gonna say I'm gonna double check your work and I'm gonna have to call your friend and see. I mean, these questions are really meant to be.
Give any advice. I don't think I would give any advice to people who are workaholics.
But if they're trying, the key thing here in this question, Mr. Italy, is struggling with work-life balance, meaning they want to have it, but they're struggling. Kind of like this, kind of like someone who's struggling, a struggling alcoholic, someone who wants to stop drinking. I mean, unless you can relate to them, I mean, I guess maybe a bad example, but think of it as an addiction thing. You always can give your 2 cents, your 2 bits, your words of advice. Like, there's no wrong answer. So if someone says, hey, man, I'm really trying. I find myself working an hour after work every day. And you might say, well, what you can probably do is try to break down your workload to where you have a better balance during the week. Maybe they have a 5-day work week and they have so much they got to get done. Maybe if they balance it out better, they'll be able to get everything done 5 days, and they won't have to stress getting, I'm just making up a name. Let's say they have task G on Wednesday, and they're also doing task M, N, and O, right? But if they actually, and let's say Friday, they end up getting things done quicker. Well, they put task J on Friday, then they can balance. That's what I'm saying. So it's just generally speaking. So just go for it.
It is very, very general in there, and I don't think I would give him any advice. It's not because that I'm a hypocrite or something that you said before. It's just that I won't give him any advice unless they're doing something dangerous, like they're too bored and they're trying to burn my house and have to stop it.
Okay, I think you are taking this question too literally. All right, so you have to, you got to put yourself out of that box and stop analyzing that question so much. It's like someone saying to you, where should I eat what restaurant should I eat at? And you don't want to give them advice. Like it's very, you got to be general. Like, if someone's struggling, just say, well, you got to ask what they're doing, and then you can say, well, take a less load. I mean, sometimes, let me put it this way, you got to be blunt. Be blunt. I would be blunt and say, if you don't want to, if you want to have a work-life balance, work less. That's my advice. That's how blunt I am, Billy. Like, I would say, well, you want a work-life balance, work less. But I can't. Then you can't have it. There's your blunt answer, right? Okay, let's drag it to the second part. Let's make it easier for you. I lost my notes here. Darn it. Where am I? Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. This will be easier, okay? A small change that can make a big difference.
The first League of Legends game.
What? What does that have to do with work-life balance?
If you're too stressful, just play League of Legends, I guess.
Okay. Let's spin it around a little bit. So, give yourself 10 minutes personal time more a day, or something like that. Because 5-10 minutes can make a difference between your kind of insane mind. Like, if you're overworked, right? Okay, so now this is gonna be fun for you. Do you work, by the way? Like, do you work, or are you a student, or what do you do?
I work and I study.
Okay, so you got a magical genie lamp. Yes, I know they don't exist, but in this fictional world of whatever land, it's going to exist. So if they said, Vitaly, your work schedule will be whatever you want, what would it look like? And if you say, I don't know, I'm going to kick you off stage.
Okay.
I'm right-clicking your name, dude. Don't say I don't know. I'm teasing. Okay, so your work schedule. Your boss says, tell me the hours you want to work, and I will give them to you. They are yours, and I will not say no. What would your work schedule look like?
4 hours in the morning and 4 hours in the afternoon. I know it sounds general.
Okay, no. I like it. Split schedule. I'm the opposite. I hate split schedules. I want to work early morning, in the afternoon, so I can have the afternoon to do what I want. Or I'm conflicted. Maybe I want to work in the late evening, maybe too. I don't know. I can't. I'm conflicted. But I'd rather work like I think ideally I always like working early, so I'm off early afternoon. So if I work like a 6 to 3, then I'm off and I can do what I want for the rest of the evening. I don't have to worry about anything. But yeah, all right, split schedule, fair enough. All right, tomato. I'm gonna make it easy for you guys. I'm gonna skip the first 2 parts unless you can really simplify it. But let's just go with the third one. I think it's interesting, fun to think about. Tomato, your perfect work schedule. What would it look like?
Like work schedule,
Yes.
will be sleep from 0 a.m. to 12 a.m. Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
To sleep all day, right? Because it's ideal. So I don't care about reality.
Well, when would you
Yeah,
work?
So,
When would you work? What would
I
you...
work?
Yes.
I will. You mean work as student or in a work?
Oh, so you... Okay, hypothetically speaking, if you go to a job and they say, tell me your work schedule. Your work schedule, and I will say yes. What would you tell your boss? And they say, I will not say no. So what is your ideal work schedule? What would it look like?
It look like, I think it will be start at 10 a.m. and then it will end at about 4 p.m. So it's about 6 hours. a
Oh,
day.
okay, all right. So a midday shift. All right, fair enough. All right. Abdi Robin, what about you? What would your ideal work schedule look like? Basically, you have the golden key. Your boss says, "Tell me what you want, and I will give it to you."
Can I answer the advice one? I think I have the simplified advice.
Go for it. Yeah. Definitely. You can answer all
mean,
three. Yeah. Go
yeah.
for it. Go for it.
I mean, what the advice is for me, never give 100% when you just like 80 or 70%. Because if when they expect you do good, you just spend 80. So people like you won't get really harder job. So I mean that's all the advice I think.
Mm-hmm.
So for the schedule, I think just like I mentioned before, 8 hours a day. I don't care. Do I have to work night or morning? But in each day, it's maximum 8 hours. And for Saturday and Sunday, never bother me with the boss. That's my ideal.
Amen to that. Amen. Yeah. I concur to that. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
Like, I want weekends completely off. And I would want to work like a morning shift, like a 6 to 2 or something. I'd honestly, call me crazy, guys. I want a straight 8. I don't need a lunch break. Just, I'd rather work 8 straight, and then I have more time to do what I want. I don't need to have a middle of the day lunch where I'm going to be called in from my boss for a meeting or whatever. But yeah, I'm like with you on that. Yeah, okay. I see Teacher Pio here, who's held some classes. He has the golden key to come up if he wants to share any final thoughts before I conclude everything. I want to also copy something here for you guys. So I have these links, guys, that I always conclude with, guys. So as you guys know, I am a teacher. That is actually my job. It's not just a hobby of mine. So I've been teaching for 15 years. And I taught English in China for 8 years and been teaching online as well. So teaching English is my job. It is not a hobby. Just as an auto mechanic doesn't fix cars as a hobby, they get paid because it's their job. Or a data analyst doesn't do this as a hobby, they get paid. So I do offer, for those who are like stuck in a rut and they can't get help in the English Hub, which I think is not an excuse. This should work. I think it should work. If it doesn't work, let me know. I can do classes. I can create a package for you guys. If you guys want a different kind of package, you can go to my profile and just request something that you want or message me personally. Also, on that note, I'm going to send you guys some links to the Discord English Hub as well. So I'm going to do that for you now. There's a lot of channels you guys can go to. There's a pronunciation channel. There's an English chat channel, beginners chat, boomers chat, a grammar chat, writing chat. So there's a lot of help available for you guys. I'm looking for those questions. Here we go. So I'm going to give you guys these links here, all right? And thank you for the thumbs up, Pio. These are the channels. And Pio, if I'm missing a special popular channel, please hashtag it if you don't mind me putting you to work. Or anyone else that knows a good hashtag channel. Those are the go-to channels if you guys need help. So if you got questions about English, go to the English question channel. If you need resources, go to the resource channel. You need pronunciation advice, go there. Proofreading, again, those people, I see it continuously active. But if you're like, oh my gosh, I need help now. Programming? Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, if you're into programming, go there. But here's the thing, guys. If you're like, oh my gosh, no one's helping me. I've waited 5 minutes and no one's answered my question. You know, you guys can book a class with me. Oh, cool. Oh, okay. Nice. So you guys can book a class with me. And depending how many classes that you want to book, and again, it doesn't have to be a set schedule. You can just book according to your schedule, and you can book according to what my schedule allows you to book. So you guys have that opportunity. So it's really easy to use. I think you guys can find. I think it can work for you. If for some reason the payment links don't work, I don't know what countries you guys are in. So I will give you alternative ways to pay for a class. But like I said, you can book a class according to your schedule. So I wanted to do a deal where 15 students joined for $25 a month. Okay? And for that amount, I'm trying to make a deal for you guys. I really am. I want to do something where I hold a class Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. All right? And that is approximately 13 classes a month. And they're group classes. So you can attend any or one or two or three or any of those classes. And I would max it out about maybe 15 students. And I might hold the class for about an hour or so. And it will just be conversation. We can talk and ask questions. You can, speak to me. I can give you feedback, etc. So, and it would be a group that we would have. And then I would hold those classes on a nightly basis. Not nightly, but Monday, Wednesday, Friday basis. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it would be, let me see here. I would be able to hold about, hold on, let me see here. If 15 students joined, I would be giving about 13 45-minute classes. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I would hold these classes. And it would be from about 9:30 p.m. to 10:20 p.m. Vietnam time. I don't know what time it is for everyone else, but that would be the ideal time. So it would be 9:30 p.m. to 10:20 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And the cost would be about a cup of coffee. Or maybe 2 cups or whatever. I'm thinking like the lowest countries, it's about $1 of coffee, right? So a little more than $1 of coffee. A little more than a cup of coffee. So, guys are going a little crazy with the emojis. So that is what I'm looking for. Or depending on how many students join, if 20 join, I can get the amount down to 15 a month. So depending on how many students want to join, that is how cheap I can make the class. Not the class, but the monthly fee. So I think I can get the price down to $15 a month. I can get it down to $15 a month. And yes. So if there's 15 students that join, I can get the price down to $15 a month. So that's a cup of coffee, basically. And it would be for about 30 minutes or so. Each class Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you guys want me to offer classes like every day, like Monday through Friday, then I can do that as well. And I would just adjust the price accordingly. So depending on how many students are interested, then that would be something I can do. All right, so Any questions, guys, before I go? I've given the link to book a class. I've given the hashtags to the Discords. No one's ran away yet, so that's good. Usually people run away when I talk about my classes. So, but yeah, if you guys are interested in the classes, let me know. My next class, I don't know when it will be because I've been getting booked for paid classes. My paid classes always come first. So if I have a schedule for Discord, but I have a paid class booked, I have to cancel it. So that's just the way it works. But any questions, guys, before we go? And the reason... Go ahead.
I don't think I got it totally, but is it like a private class or
yes.
private class?
Yes.
Normally they...
Yeah. Oh, wait. Are you talking about my personal classes? Sorry. Or like the deal, the group deal? Uh-oh. What happened? I'm going to open... Vitaly, were you asking me something, right?
I was asking, can you... Like, I was about to ask you if you can assist me on like... you know, I got a 6.0 in speaking. And I...
Definitely.
That time I sucked at part 2, the second part. It was not a really big deal if I could focus on that.
Yes.
I think if I have a little help on that.
Most definitely. That would be... It sounds like unless you have, like, more buddies that want to do the same thing or have the same goal, that would be more like a one-on-one class. And depending on how many classes you want to take, how long you want the class to be, when you want to take it, definitely can arrange it for you. If you don't mind me asking, what country are you in?
I'm the same country as Tomato.
Oh, I wouldn't know where he's from either. I don't know what the country that is.
Aren't you not all in Vietnam?
Oh, are you in Vietnam?
914. Because I'm in Vietnam.
Oh, you're in Vietnam. Have I talked to you before? I feel like I might have. Oh, yeah.
No. I haven't
So you're in Vietnam. Oh, very cool. You heard that I'm in Vietnam as well, right?
If you have like a Vietnamese account or...
Yes. You'd be able to pay me directly. Or your parent, you said you're 14. Your parents would be able to, your parents would be able to book me directly. So, I charge $600 for 45 minutes, and that's personally what I would recommend. It's just a 45-minute class, and then based on what you would like to learn, you can give me the material. I can organize it. I can ask questions. I am not an IELTS instructor, but I could definitely give you those mock exams that you want.
You would.
Yeah. But again, Vitaly, you should be the one enjoying the classes, not dealing with the boring, the paying the teacher and all, that's up to your parents. So if your parents, I'll give you my Zalo later. I'll message you now, actually, if you don't mind. I'll give you my Zalo and your parents can add me. Let's do that before I forget. And it is a Vietnamese number, by the way. But
this has nothing to do with my parents because I want to.
Well, but because it's a paid class, that's why your parents would be the ones paying it, right?
24, and I'm quite independent.
Oh,
and I don't know why you mentioned my parents at first.
You said you're 14, I thought, or did I misunderstand?
When did I say 14?
I'm so sorry. I swear I heard the number 14. Forgive me. I don't know why I heard the number 14. Someone said 14, and anyway. Okay, never mind. No. Of course, yeah. So I sent my Zalo number to you, and yes, you'd be able to pay me directly through. And actually, I have an adult student who's learning as well. But I don't know if that would be his goal. He has other goals, and you can talk to him in Vietnamese and discuss the context of what the class would be. he has a he's doing it for himself and for his work. So I don't know if it would be beneficial to you to be in that kind of class. Like I said, you can because the route he's going might be on a different road, but it still could be helpful. It's an English environment. You're speaking English. You're answering questions. It may not be what the
most teachers I talking with who are working in Vietnam as well, I kind of understand the English languages teaching environment in Vietnam. And,
yeah. So like I
I
said,
know a lot of
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
centers are scam, but I don't think you are because you
No. I'm not. I mean, we can, you can. I have lots of people you can talk with. I'm not scamming you at all. You're seeing me in the flesh. You know, like I'm not gonna take it.
Flesh right now. You're talking.
Yes,
You're
but
talking to me genuinely. That's
yeah.
why I kind of need you. I don't
Yeah.
really need an expert to fix me.
No. Hey, Vitaly, I don't want to cut you off, my friend. I'm gonna end the stage. I'm gonna give you a call on Discord so we can continue this because it sounds like it's a personable thing. If you don't mind, is that okay? May I call you on Discord?
All right, so say goodbye to people.
I'm gonna say goodbye to the stage. So goodbye, stage, and then I call you in like 30 seconds. So give me a second here.